We all know that Wim Hof, the Iceman, uses cold and breath to transcend his own biochemistry, and he can teach you how to do it too through his method. What you may not know is that Wim Hof is also a radical thinker and a vehement critic of capitalism, consumerism, and the many systems that combine to keep you and me hypnotized. Here's Wim Hof revealing something of his political views and just how radical he is. In that state, though, there was some cessation. Like afterwards, there was for me, it was a slower. Like I feel sort of suspended,
Matrix.
Pretty peaceful.
Slow down.
Yeah.
And seeing it, speed of light.
Yes, because
we are light. The nervous system, electricity is electricity system, and we go within that system and activate it into the deepest. Thus, it cleanses us.
Osho once said civilization is a clearing in the forest. All of our systems, all of our cities, all of our laws, all of our beliefs, just a dent in nature. And if you alter consciousness itself at the level of the individual, let alone at the level of tribes and cultures and systems, then we can formulate different laws, different relationships. When I see the political debate takes place within very narrow parameters. We should regulate this. We should fund this. We shouldn't do that. Yeah. For me, this feels like a very small conversation. Brexit, don't Brexit. Trump, don't Trump. For me, it's like, well, this is a tiny molecule of the conversation. And what we need to access is a transcendent, different realm about the way we organize our cultures more truthfully in alignment with who we are as individuals and who we are as societies. If it's possible to find different ways of sharing resources, let's use those. If it's possible to find different ways of healing our bodies, let's use them. It's actually a very practical system that I would advocate for, rather than continually advocating for systems that retain power in a very narrow bandwidth of our social systems. Yeah. Almost anything you look at as a problem in the world today, whether it's ecological meltdown, medical meltdown, bad food being proliferated, it's because for someone it's not a problem. For someone it's beneficial. Ecological meltdown, not a problem for Halliburton. Food, the diet of the American or Anglophonic world, not a problem for the industries that control it. The level of heart disease, cancer, not a problem for the people that produce the drugs that solve those problems.
We can no longer trust this system. We have to learn to transcend the way we are schooled and the way we are able to use our brain, which is 20%. Before, it wasn't not too much the matter because the industrialization and all was not at that big scale, that refined and control to make money and to control our minds of how to make more and to make more money. So that is only the last 200 years or something. And now it's really embedded in psychological control over the people. I say, okay, I don't mind what you guys all do. Hey, you want to make money, I understand. But I want to have 100% control over my mind now because I don't trust you guys anymore. So I found a way to tap into the brain and to find a way to go past this conditioned mind. And there suddenly I find there are ways to heal myself. There are ways to pass it on to anybody else. There are ways to deal with depression and mental disorders. There are ways to get more energy out of myself. I own my own mind. And I'm showing this to others to, hey, own your own mind. It's possible. We got millions of data that we are so conditioned through hundreds and years of stealth and being brainwashed in certain ways that is serving a system. Our schooling is serving a system wherein we get careers and all that. It's not necessarily serving happiness, strength, and health. So it was Dave Asprey in his podcast. He asked me, Wim, I never asked this question. What do you think of enlightenment? And please put it in one sentence. So I came with the, I got it. Just be happy, strong, and healthy, and the rest is bullshit. So that bullshit, the way we are defending and carrying, we are not light but dark, we are not light but heavy. That shit needs to go. And ask yourself every morning, are you happy, strong, and healthy? Are you going for your dream vision? Are you going for your state of your subconscious? Are you learning how to make full usage of your own mind so the spirit is able to grow and your soul is able to shine like the sun? And it's there because the rest is bullshit if you don't.
I think most people don't believe that it is possible to be happy. I think most people don't believe it. I think most people think this is life. I mean, if you think about some of the philosophical ideas that govern the cultures that we are from, you know, life is suffering. You have to work hard. You know, like these kind of people don't. Most of the people I talk to don't think, oh, it's possible to live a blissful life free from tyranny.
This morning we had a discussion, and this discussion, Wim, you cannot say that everybody wants to be happiness because there is no light without the dark. You got to experience some shitty moments to appreciate the feelings which are so uplifting and elevating and nice and great. I said, absolutely, I do agree. Hey, because yes, I do. Because what I say is, we found the compelling evidence of the key components of the autonomous processes inside the brain related to mood regulation, and that mood regulation, emotion, is I found ways to regulate that at will, consciously, for those in need. And who are the ones who need it? People who are depressed or having bipolar issues or psychosis, schizophrenia, anxiety, fear, PTSD, trauma, all those things, the real terrorists of our mind, we are able to regulate, guys. It's there. We found the ways to tap into the brain and take over the control when is necessary. For the rest, the life, let it be very, very colorful.
That's a really beautiful message. Let me make sure that I've asked you everything that I need to. It's been amazing hanging out with you. But I would like to understand before we go. Like, can you connect with the person that you were before you had access to this information? Can you remember living a life where you didn't have this zeal, where you didn't have this certainty? Can you remember feeling like, oh God, I'm depressed today?
Oh yeah, I mean, I came from these valleys. Depression and all. I know those ones.
If you enjoyed that video, please subscribe to my Luminary podcast, Under the Skin. You can get it on Apple. If you enjoyed the video, watch more of them, like this one or this one. Consider subscribing to both my channels, and please comment below. Let me know what you want to see more of. Thank you.